Imagine for a moment that you are the captain of a great sea-voyaging vessel setting out on a journey to an island you've never been to before, but you know has many great riches. The weather is fair, your maps point a clear course, and everything is going in your favor. However, as you set out on your journey, you discover that your crew members have started to grumble. It seems they have doubts as to whether the island exists, whether the ship can actually make the journey, and whether they why deserve the riches should they find them. The crew decides to mutiny, turn the ship back around, and head for the port where they came from. That seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Not deserve the riches. Even though everything was going well and you, the captain, knew exactly where you were going and what you would find there, they still had doubt. Unfortunately, we do this to ourselves all the time. We sabotage our own endeavors by overthinking the whole thing, casting doubt on ourselves and RTING back to our old habits. Instead of asking out the person we'd really like to be with, starting the business we've always dreamed of, working out regularly, or any other number of important actions we know we should take in order to have a happy, fulfilling life, we mutiny ourselves and send us back where we came from. Nothing changes, and we never find the treasure. But we can gain control of the crew members that are our emotions by following a few steps to make sure we forge ahead despite fear. The first thing we can do is change the way we think about our goals. In Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within: How to Take Immediate Control of Your Mental, Emotional, Physical, and Financial Destiny, he explains that some people make so many evaluations that even a minor decision turns into a major production. In order to exercise, they must 1. Get up, 2. Find some workout wear they don't look too fat in, 3. Pick out the right athletic shoes, 4. Pack everything up in their gym bag, 5. Ep over to the gym, 6. Find a parking spot, 7. Climb the stairs, 8. Sign in, 9. Go into the locker room, 10. Squeeze into the workout clothes, and 11. Finally attend the class, hit the stationary bicycle, and sweat like crazy. And then when they're done, 12, they have to do all of this again in reverse. Of course, these same people can easily get themselves to go to the beach. They're ready in a heartbeat. When we think of all the micro steps we have to take to reach our goals, we inevitably overwhelm ourselves and freeze before we even take the first step. Instead of overthinking and breaking the action into a million pieces, it can be helpful to think of the action you need to take as one big step, or one chunk. By changing the way we think about going to the gym or whatever it is we're trying to do, we can change our emotional response to the action. Just going to the gym sounds simple and doable, and we're therefore much more likely to actually do it because we're not emotionally overwhelmed. Next, remember that other people are mostly interested in themselves. No one is really paying too close attention to you. That may seem harsh, but it's actually liberating. The reality is that other people are so absorbed with their own struggles, fears, failures, successes, and what they're going to have for dinner tonight that they rarely take too much time out of their day to consider what you're up to. When we remember this, we're less likely to fear the judgment of others because we know it's not really an issue. Try meditation. Practicing meditation is incredibly helpful for clearing the mind and centering your emotions. With the breath, you can exhale all your self-doubt and anxieties and inhale energy and determination to move forward despite your feelings. If you're a new meditator, try one of the many meditation apps on your phone. Even if you meditate for just a few minutes, it can produce incredible results. Let the buzz of thoughts in your head out onto the page. When we overthink, our heads can get so clouded with buzzing thoughts that we can't really evaluate each idea clearly and realistically. A great way to reduce overthinking is to journal your thoughts. Write down everything you're thinking without holding back. Just get it all down on paper so it's out of your head. Then reread your writing and debunk each of your fears and anxieties. Ask yourself questions like, is this fear really worth keeping me from trying something new? Will this fear result in my death or the end of the world? Am I just negotiating with myself to try and get out of doing something I know I should do? When we evaluate each of our fears, they lose their power because we realize that they aren't as big a problem as we thought they were. And if you can't journal, talk out loud. If journaling doesn't appeal to you, you can accomplish the same thing by talking with someone you trust. Airing your thoughts and feelings often makes them lose their power so you can move forward with your goals. You might realize that your overthinking has been ridiculous and the problem isn't so complex, or the person you talk with might have some insight you hadn't considered yet. Embrace your self-doubt. One of the best things we can do to overcome our self-doubt is actually embrace it. Make the decision to embrace your discomfort, embarrassment, adopt a learning mindset, and accept that failure is a possibility. And that's okay. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I fail? If the answer does not include dying, then you will probably be fine. We have to realize that the only way to learn is to try new things, which means we'll probably end up messing things up sometimes and looking a little silly. Remember, that's part of the process and totally natural. In fact, you can even plan on doing it wrong first. This will give you the permission to let go of perfection. Most importantly, take action anyway. After you embrace your self-doubt, embarrassment, fear, and anxiety, you have to take action in spite of them. When we take action, we accomplish a variety of things. We stop overthinking because we're focused on moving forward. We actually move towards our goal, obviously, and we give ourselves momentum so the next time we encounter self-doubt, we remember that the last time wasn't so bad and we can forge ahead regardless. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Continue this process over and over again until you gain confidence in yourself that you can achieve your goals and that you are not an imposter. Self-doubt is a habit, but so is self-confidence. To replace the one with the other takes a bit of time. To break the self-doubt habit, you have to repeatedly take action despite your feelings. Nothing stings more than not reaching your full potential because you sabotaged yourself by thinking you weren't good enough, smart enough, or whatever enough. Not being whatever enough should not be the barrier to entry for trying to achieve something meaningful. So don't let yourself be the reason you didn't even try. And don't let those pesky crew members steer your ship away from its destination. Remember, you can be the captain of your own ship and reach the riches you desire if you take control of your emotions, change the way you think about your goals, embrace your self-doubt, and take action anyway. Now, I pose a question to you: what actions from this video are you going to implement in your life? If you found this video valuable, consider giving a tip proportional to the value received. The link can be found in the video description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Overthinking is a common trap that many of us fall into. We've all been there, feeling our heartbeat rise and our minds racing with thoughts, but how many times have we realized that all our overthinking led to nothing? More often than not, situations aren't as complex or dire as we make them out to be. However, overthinking can have a detrimental impact on our lives. It leads to procrastination, a lack of self-confidence, and it steals precious time that could be spent on more important things. But don't worry, there are solutions to overthinking. Before we dive into those solutions, take a moment to forgive yourself. Self-improvement is about understanding why we do things a certain way and moving forward. Overcoming overthinking is no different. One solution is to accept that there are certain things beyond our control. As an overthinker, the desire for control can extend to external events that are completely out of our grasp. However, accepting that we can't control everything can help put our minds at ease. It's like building a roadblock for intrusive thoughts. Another solution is to take action, even if it feels imperfect. Procrastination often stems from the fear of not being able to complete tasks perfectly. But breaking tasks down into smaller, more achievable parts can help us overcome this fear. By starting small and gradually building momentum, we can achieve a sense of accomplishment that boosts our confidence and helps us overcome overthinking. Next, stop following through on every single thought that pops into your head. Intrusive thoughts are a normal part of human thinking, but we don't have to give them all our attention. Not every thought deserves to be listened to. Recognize that our minds are not perfect and that it's okay to let some thoughts go. Living in the present moment is another powerful tool against overthinking. When we constantly focus on the future and worry about things that are out of our control, we waste our present energy and miss out on enjoying the moments we're in. By practicing mindfulness and grounding exercises, we can refocus our energy and limit the space for overthinking. Lastly, it's important to understand motivation differently. Motivation is not something that magically appears when we need it. Instead, it comes from taking action. When we start doing something, no matter how small or imperfect, motivation follows. That snowball effect of motivation keeps us going. In summary, overcoming overthinking requires acceptance and action. Forgive yourself for not being able to control everything and put your present self in the driver's seat. Trust in your decision-making abilities and have faith in yourself. You are not any less of a person just because you tend to overthink. Remember, overthinking ends when you begin. If you'd like the full illustration from this video, click the link in the description and I'll send it right over to you. And if you're already subscribed to my free Art of Improvement email newsletter, check your inbox because there's a copy waiting for you. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome week ahead. In the first semester of my freshman year of college, I faced a challenging math class that I was unprepared for. Despite my struggles, I knew I had to pass the final exam to maintain my GPA. Determined to succeed, I adopted an effective studying technique known as active recall. Active recall involves retrieving information from your brain, typically through activities like practice tests or flashcards. This method strengthens the pathways in your brain associated with the material, making it easier to remember during exams. In the book Make It Stick: The Science of Successful Learning by Peter C. Brown et al., the power of active recall is demonstrated through various scientific studies conducted over the last decade. Contrary to popular belief, rereading textbooks is not an effective study strategy. Studies, such as the one conducted by Callender and McDaniel, have shown that rereading does not significantly improve testing performance. Rereading is time-consuming and does not result in durable memory. It creates a false sense of mastery and does not require active engagement with the material. Mindless repetition is also an ineffective study strategy. Simply repeating information does not guarantee understanding or the ability to apply that knowledge in different contexts. If you find yourself rereading or mindlessly repeating facts, you may not be maximizing your study time. Instead, active recall or active retrieval should be incorporated into your study routine. Brown et al. Suggest that recalling facts, concepts, or events from memory is a more effective learning strategy than review by rereading. Creating flashcards or using flashcard apps engages your brain in active retrieval and strengthens memory. Flashcards also help identify areas of weakness and highlight what needs further practice. Practice quizzes are another recommended method for active retrieval. Writing down questions while reading and answering them without referring to the textbook enhances understanding and memory. Implementing active retrieval practices, such as flashcards and quizzes, has shown significant improvement in students' grades and long-term retention. In addition to active recall, spacing out your study sessions and interleaving different topics contribute to better mastery, retention, and versatility. Rather than cramming all the information in one night, spacing out your studying over time has been proven more effective. A study by Cornell demonstrated that spacing out flashcard practice resulted in better performance compared to cramming. Interleaving, on the other hand, involves combining different topics during studying rather than studying them separately. Despite initial difficulties and perceived worse performance, children who practiced interleaving performed better on final tests. In a study by Taylor and Rohrer, while it may be tempting to seek an easy fix for studying, research consistently shows that effort and perseverance lead to better learning outcomes. Embracing difficulties, making mistakes, and maintaining a positive attitude are key to developing effective study habits and achieving success in exams. So, if you want to improve your studying and optimize your learning, incorporate techniques such as active recall, spaced repetition, and interleaving. Embrace the challenges and mistakes as opportunities for growth. Remember, it's through the struggles and efforts that true learning occurs. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, consider supporting our channel by giving a tip proportional to the value received. The link can be found in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What actions from this video are you going to implement in your life? Let me know in the comments section. Until next time, happy studying.